Okay, no problem.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
It's a whole different world.
Yep. Good luck.
You too.
How you feel? Good. Nigga called me earlier. I'm already talking.
Oh, week 7 takes us down to the Queen City in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think we have the game of the day. The Killer 3's coming off a great win last week versus Power. Coming up, enemies who probably have the best backcourt in the Big 3 going against 3's company, and a couple teams facing elimination, Tri-State and Bivouac. I'm Brian Scalabrine alongside Avery Johnson, and Avery Johnson, I said it off the top, game of the day. Power last week, one of the more disappointing performances, yet Killer 3's were amazing.
The Killer 3's were amazing. The Power were very disappointing. Talked to Nancy Lieberman. They went back to the drawing board. She was not happy with their performance. But also earlier today, when you look at the triplets and when you look at Trilogy, I was so impressed because I think both of those teams are on a collision course for the finals in the Big 3. And I know Killer 3's and Power's going to have something to say about it.
No question about it. You got to win games right now. Let's take a look at the rosters. Franklin Sessions, maybe one of his best Big 3 games last week. Powell, Dante Green, Dominique Johnson, Javier Carter. For Power, Katina Mobley, Royce White, who's been playing great, did not play great last week. Keel Mitchell, T.J. Klein, and Glenn Rice Jr. Here are the rules. First team to 50, halftime's 25, no game clock, 14-second shot clock, free throws, they count for wherever you shoot them from. And don't forget the great 4-point shot with the circles. Buckle up. And in the Big 3, for you guys that may not know, how you respond the following week means a lot. You had an 8-week season. Power did not play well. I am so curious if they bounce back.
And specifically, Glenn Rice Jr., 6 for 19 from the field. That's not efficient basketball on any level of basketball.
No, too good of a scorer. Really makes this team go. And right there, starting with a 4-point shot. In and out. Rebound Powell. He's going to have to clear it. He does.
And getting off to a good start is critical. It's not the end of the world because we know you're never out of a game in the Big 3.
Oh, Dante Green. This team is driven by Frank Nitti, and everyone has to follow his lead. Royce White up top, over to Cat. Cat does not pass up shots, in and out.
You just love the simple basketball play. Penetrating pitch, driving kick. Franklin Sessions.
Inside, here's Dante Green on the spin move. 2 steps, goes up. White clears it.
Royce White, you know, after that groin injury last week, he's going to be very important. They weren't the same team in Boston last week when Royce White got injured. But look at this nice penetrating pitch. Had his hands ready. You got to be shot ready. And look at the reaction here. Talk about the killer threes ready to go, baby.
Killer threes flashing to 4.
I didn't have that type of range. I'm jealous.
Hey, it's a long ways. Tino Mobley knocks down the free throw. 4-2, killer threes. Sessions made 4 threes last week. Back iron that one.
And we know consistently defenses, they're going to just give him, you know, a couple of early looks at the three-point shots because they're more concerned about Sessions' penetration.
There's Cat. He can go for 3. Short with it. Green. A lot of threes going up in this game. 3s and 4s.
Now this is a situation where you got to try to work some backdoor cuts. Get something going to the basket.
When Rice calls his number, isolation, crossover, gets downhill, gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
That's what I'm talking about. Can't settle for jump shots. You got to play the game inside out. I know we're old school, Scal. You know, we're in a post-up era, but it's also about penetration and attacking the basket.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. This thing, you win this game by attacking that restricted area. You can have a good night from outside, but if you're just playing on the perimeter, it's a long night for you. You're right about Glenn Rice Jr. He has to get going because he's like that guy that can go and get a bucket and you can play off of that. It's going to be a free throw violation. Glenn Rice Jr. crossing that line before the ball hit the rim.
And I think he's got to be a guy that goes north to 20 points. You know, 12, 14 points is not going to be good enough because, you know, Coutinho, Mobley, they used to could depend on him, you know, from a scoring standpoint, not as much.
Oh, back door.
They must have been listening to me. You and I, coach, a few minutes ago. We said penetration, but backdoor cuts.
Yeah, you got to get something to the rim. There's Rice inside. No space to work. Royce White kicks it. Nice pass. Rice came downhill. He goes up strong. Short, but he'll get 2.
Wow. If he would have completed this dunk.
What's going on right now between Glenn Rice Jr. and Royce White? His teammates, I don't know what's going on between both of them, but they're definitely chirping at one another. Right from the start, Avery. But here we go. We're bringing the fire. They're going to make Glenn Rice Jr. earn it.
We know in a situation like this, when you're in this bring the fire, in this one-on-one situation, you got to go to your best move.
And hopefully that best move is something towards the basket. Here's Rice. Let's go. No contact, elevates. Ooh. You're a coach. You've seen this before. A guy is on one. A guy can go either way on this one. Right now, he's on one, and he seems to be playing some good basketball.
And I'm not sure why the defense, Powell in that situation, was forcing him right. You know, that's when you got to know the strengths and weaknesses and individual tendencies of the offensive player. I would have forced him left if you're going to force him in.
You know, inside, Rice, I like the way he's playing. I don't know what him and Royce White are arguing about, but I like the way he's playing. Charles Oakley's going to talk this thing over. Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall in this huddle. Because there's a few coaches in this league, they don't hold anything back.
No.
All right, so we got a lot of things going on in the Big Three. Let's take a look at the standings. Now, playoffs are right around the corner. See triplets with a big win, trilogy. see power and killer threes. Everyone's fighting to be in the top 4 of the playoffs. And this win is important. Enemy's got a game coming up against 3's Company, who on the bottom half of this is facing elimination. 2 of the 3 teams, 3's Company, Bivouacs, or Tri-State, 2 of those 3 teams will be going home.
They will be going home. We call it eliminated. Your season as a team is over. Obviously, your season as a potential all-star is not over because you can still make the all-star team individually. But I'm just telling you, as we said in the pregame, the triplets and trilogy, man, I'm so impressed with the way they're playing. Their best players are playing at a high level, but from a team standpoint, from a balance standpoint, offense, defense, special situations, underneath out of bounds, side out of bounds, communication on defense.
There was a point in the Big Three where Joe Johnson can carry you start to finish. That has now gone away. Whether it's Joe Johnson or anybody, you need your guys out there, and Jeremy Pargo had an excellent game today. For Sessions, Powell goes to his sweet spot, knocks it down. He knows, I'm not shooting that 3 ball.
Powell, he'll shoot a long 2, but he's not messing around. Rarely, you're going to see him behind the 3-point line attempting a 3.
Choice White. Getting the ISO on his own. Goes inside. Powell's playing pretty good defense right now. 3 on the clock. White goes up short with it. Sessions clears it.
Yeah, a lot of times when you need 18 dribbles to try to score, that's probably not good news.
I can watch Sessions play. This is a Drew League legend, MVP of the Summer League. Guy gets it done, and he does the same thing out here in the Big Three.
And I talked to him last night. He said, you know, part of my motivation, his motivation, he said last week was, everybody's talking about has he gone. Don't forget about me.
Nice pass. Glenn Rice, whatever beef they had, they've worked it out. So that was a nice pocket pass. Sessions. Green from deep. Yes.
You know, the best teams are player-led teams, so it's not about the coach just getting on a player. It's about the players getting on each other and also finding each other when you're wide open, just like Dante Green with his 3 to go along with a 4-point shot. See you on the other side.
Great start for the Killer 3's, up 13-8. And really, the reason why, Franklin Sessions, a.k.a. Nitty.
Yeah, this guy's been very impressive. Remember, he didn't start playing basketball until his junior year in high school. Played 1 season with Damian Lillard, who's trying to find another home.
Yes, he is.
At Weber State. So, man, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
A guy who's averaged 11, I really think he makes this team go. His ability to penetrate, he gets everything and all the things going for the guys. Good block by Powell. Covered Akil Mitchell, but he's blocked by Green. Green for 3. Short. Cleared by TJ Klein.
The way Green's shooting the ball, man, you cannot afford to allow him wide open shots.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Uh-oh.
Got a technical?
I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Yes, they do.
Yeah, technical. Looked like it was on. Who was it on? Probably Glenn Rice Jr.
It might
right?
be on TJ.
Oh, TJ Klein. Wow.
Yeah. Someone wanted the foul, and they did call the foul. They called it late, and that got someone a technical foul. TJ got a T last week.
That's what I was about
and
to say.
And that hurt them. And I talked to Nancy about that. She was not happy. She was my broadcast partner after TJ got that tech, and she's like, just shut up and play.
No, I think it was a situation where there's no home cooked meals for TJ last week.
Where we at, TJ?
One thing that's great about the Big Three is the microphones all over the place, whether it's people have player mics or coaches have mics, so you pick up a lot. And if you were listening, you can know why that technical foul was called.
And sometimes even after a review, when there's an explanation of what happened on the play and the referees go to the monitor, just to leave the mics open. That's what I love, so fans can hear from them.
Sessions, screen, Dante Green, the mismatch. Taking his time, but only 4 on the clock. Going against right. Ooh, step back, little Dirk move. Oh, he's on one today as well. Loving it.
Oh, yeah, speaking of Dirk, next Saturday, I'll be in Springfield, Mass.
Getting to that hall.
Watching Dirk and Coach Popovich go in.
Ooh, nice job by Akil Mitchell. And nice, excellent pass, Glenn Rice Jr.
You know how hard that pass is, one-handed, baseball pass.
In the corner. Nope. Akil Mitchell, he's going to clear it. Inside. Tough turnover. Sessions. That's going to be killer 3 ball.
Now look at this pass, Glenn Rice Jr. One-handed pass, even better finish. Wow, kind of fumbled it a little bit, but still was successful.
Ooh, that's going to be a foul underneath.
When you're passing the ball to your teammate, it's not just about passing it to your teammate, but reading where the defense is.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball. Your best quarterbacks throw the ball away from cornerbacks.
Sessions. It's it. I don't know what got into his three-point shooting. 4 last week, knocked down 1 this week.
He's a danger when he's making that three-point shot. Very dangerous.
TJ missed it, but knew where it's going to go. Gets it back. Akil Mitchell back to TJ Klein. Glenn Rice chose pump fake. Oh, nice floater.
So, Scal, you know this. It's all about a numbers game. When you pump fake and a defender flies by you and you penetrate, now it's 3-on-2. You have an advantage. Yeah, they're baiting Frank Nitti to this 3. Look at this. He's ready, man. My hair doesn't look like that. I can't get those type of braids.
So I think Sessions stepped in and then stepped out. That was a turnover, power ball. Oh, nice. Ooh. I thought that was another nice pass, just throwing the ball to what you were just talking about, throwing it away from the defense so you can get the catch and go to work, but it ended up being a turnover.
And sometimes when you're a little bit closer to your teammate, you don't have to throw that bullet pass. Just take a little bit off of it.
By yourself, Gil.
Akil Mitchell moving his feet. Johnson downhill. Oh, lays it up.
Yeah, nice move by Johnson getting downhill. Had 6 points last week and looking to improve off that performance to maybe a double-figure performance today.
Green up top. Still Mitchell moves his feet. Did not like the call at all.
And both teams have to figure out what matchup that they think they can win.
Yeah, so Killer 3's defensively, they're a very stingy, tough defensive team. They use their length, they use their size, they clear the boards. So when you're power, you're going to have to find a way to fabricate some offense right here.
You're right. Last week they held the triplets to 33 points.
Incredible. 10 points in the second half.
Yeah.
Dominic Johnson, Hezzy, long two. No good, but gets it back over to Green. Is he hot? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And that will send us to the half. Green's over here. Oh, he's going to dap up the kids. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, young fella. And a special handshake.
Yeah, offensive rebounds lead the easy, wide open shots. That's the easiest time to get a shot, and Dante Green converted.
Dante Green is going to end with 14 points. Killer 3's doing it once again on the defensive end, but don't sleep on their offense. Nitty, Green, and Glenn Wright's going to have to come up big in the second half. 25-14, Killer 3's. On a show in the Queen City. Does not get better than this. You doing this thing. Now, you can flow like that?
I can do a little something, yeah. In my mind.
I can two-step, that's all I got. So, dominant performance right now by the Killer 3's. Well, welcome back. I'm Brian Scalabrine alongside Avery Johnson. I mean, 25-14, Killer 3's establishing the dominance of how they're one of the better teams in
Yeah,
the
there's
league.
Dante Green, because he started off making a 4-point shot, and he's been on fire ever since. And you got to give his teammates credit, because Franklin Sessions finds him when he's open. They're not over-dribbling. They're making the right play the right way. Here's another situation. He sprints behind his teammate. They always know where each other's on the floor. Offensive rebound leads to another three. Man, the Killer 3's are playing fundamentally sound, pure basketball.
No question about it. You got Dante Green doing his thing, but their defense, to me, is separating themselves here. A lot of teams in the Big Three can have their moments when they score. They guarded last week, they're guarding this week. Let's get shift to power right now. Glenn Rice, with the ball in his hands, he seems to be doing some good things. But they only got 14 points. What do they have to do to get back into this game?
Well, I think it's Catino Mobley and Royce White. They're going to have to join the party. They need their offense. You can't just lean on Glenn Rice Jr. You got, we've said it all along. Joe Johnson is great, but he needs help from Pargo. Where can Glenn Rice Jr. get some assistance from his teammates?
Last week, Royce White, he got hurt last week. But if you look at the 4 weeks before that, he was one of the most dominating players in the Big Three. So I agree with Avery. Royce White has to get this thing going. Now, if he's hurt, he's hurt. But when he plays well, this team, because he's not just a scorer, he's a facilitator. He gets down low. He can rebound the ball. So look for Royce White to really take his game to another level right here.
Yeah, and one of the things you mentioned, Scal, I know offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships, and we know defensively, Power's not getting enough stops.
Yeah.
You really good defenses get, 3 out of 5 stops? And they're not putting enough stops together or creating turnovers because, if you can get a turnover, that sometimes leads to an easy layup.
Interesting start to this. Frank Nitti on the bench, and this is a good chance for Power to sort of chip away and get back into this game. Dante Green, short with it. Ooh, lost it. That's huge.
And that's the same thing we were talking about for Power. They're not getting any of those opportunities and converting them into easy baskets.
It's huge here in the half court. White gets that ball. Rice is open in the corner. Next thing you know, that's a 3 ball. Glenn Rice Jr. downhill. He's off with it. Dominique Johnson over to Powell to his sweet spot. Yes, that is automatic. And they are starting to stretch this thing out.
And you can just see the confidence, and guys are playing together. You even look at Franklin Sessions. He's on the bench, but he's like a Coach Oakley's assistant coach, standing up.
There's Royce White inside, off with the left hand. Smart play by Killer 3's, not fouling on that play. That's one way a team can really get back into this game.
I think that's the least of Powers. Sure, they can't score right now, but they got to get some stops.
Green's along with it. Cat clears it. Looking inside. Here goes Rice. Let's get to double team. You don't want to leave him wide open. That's a soft touch.
And another thing, forcing Killer 3's to double team, which I don't know why they were double teaming, because the worst thing you want to do is allow Cuttino Mobley to shoot a pinpoint wide open 3.
Man, struggled last week shooting the basketball. It looked like he didn't have the confidence. Not the same thing this week. Knocking down jumpers, getting to his spot, and providing that spacing. Look at Royce White, 20, 18, 15, and then you see the 9 in Boston and 4 so far today.
And like we said, that's purely injury related. Now, this is an isolation against Mobley.
Johnson, 3. It's their night. It is their night. I don't know what Charles Oakley said to these guys to get them going for the game, but these guys are locked in and looking like they're playing 2 halves here.
And you can see everybody was on the same page. There was no identity crisis. They knew exactly how they wanted to attack. And it looks like when Mobley is in a one-on-one situation, isolation, they believe they can win that matchup.
I mean, that's pretty good D by Cat. I mean, he forced him into a tough shot. You know how it is. It's a lot harder to turn that water off when it's going. And that's what's happening right now. Like, these guys got it going, and you're going to have to come up with 3, 4, 5 stops to take that momentum back. There's Cat. Long iron, hustle, Keel Mitchell gets it. Cat on the back down, little step back. Short. Good hustle again. Keel Mitchell on the board.
Well, you were talking about good, Scal. you know one of my favorite books is Good to Great, Jim Collins. Sometimes it's good defense, but it's great offense.
Yep.
And even in that situation, that was a tough shot.
Yes, it was.
That Cat made over the defender.
34-21.
Here it is again.
Stand up, I got help.
Johnson going to work. Cat, good defense.
Good D by Cat.
DJ over to Cat again. 3 ball. Front rim again.
But you see TJ, boy, he's constant motion. Looking the back cut.
TJ with the board.
And when you have a 13-point lead, you can't really get impatient and just jack up bad shots.
Cat, pull up. Short again. And they got TJ with a push-off.
Yeah, but Coach Oakley was still mad because he didn't want Coutinho Mobley to attempt that three-point shot. He was telling his player, Powell, in that situation to move up, force him right, force him to drive.
Had their chance. Franklin Sessions checked back in the game. They didn't really make much headway. Nitty rises up, short, good rebound. Klein clears it. I just don't know where they're going to get offense from.
Yeah, good pass. Really good pass. TJ sealed this defender off. Nice play. High-low action.
Charles Oakley not liking what he's seeing, but he's got an 11-point lead. Calls a quick timeout. I kind of agree with him. It does seem like the momentum is starting to shift towards Power.
Yeah, and just look at this pass right here. Good little push off with the chicken wing by TJ Klein. But that was fantastic by Coutinho Mobley.
One thing about Power is, because I don't know if it's Nancy, if they're high IQ as players, it's Coutinho, whoever it is, they can find a lot of different ways to score the ball. So if it's not working with the isolation, if it's not working with a two-man game, if their plays are not working, they have some different ways and different things that they can go to.
Yeah, and coming out of this timeout, they're always ready in terms of ATO plays. And look at them, they had a 3-game winning streak here and just had a bad loss last week. Those are the type of losses that can set you back when you just don't play, at a high level.
Yeah. And a lot of times in the Big Three, it's who you're playing when. Like Ghost Ballers are playing, like last week, that was one of their better games of the season. And right now, everyone's fighting to get into the playoffs. You got this week, some teams will be eliminated next week, and then that's it. 4 teams moving on to DC to play for, to go to the finals. So you got to stack these wins up.
And where's the finals, Cap?
In London.
In London.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what Charles Oakley comes up with here. A little high screen. Powell against TJ Klein. On the back down, Powell fades. Oh, he touches up. Josh Powell really balling today.
Powell looked like he was insulted that he was defended by Klein in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of that from Powell, but Powell's really playing today. There's Cat on the post in Sessions. Sessions tried to pull the chair, doesn't matter. Coutinho Mobley playing a lot of minutes and getting things done.
And that's what you talking about, Cat. He's just been a professional scorer his entire career, especially with the Houston Rockets.
Sessions on the ISO. Little hezzy, goes right, goes up. They're going to bring the fire on this one, I can tell you that.
Does he say mom or Nancy?
Hey, Mom, hit that button.
Oh, man.
I would not want to be on the defensive end and bring the fire against Frank Nitty.
Yep.
He's one of the quicker guys in the league, a straight line driver. It's not going to be easy to stop for TJ.
That was not a foul.
Oh, good defense. Oh,
Nice defense.
Excellent defense.
Excellent.
Stayed down on the pump fake.
Yeah, I coached against TJ when he was at Richmond and I was coaching in college. I didn't see this type of defense in college, but he did a nice job in that one opportunity.
Yeah, I really like the way he plays. Plays hard, always moving, tough, and guards.
Yeah, coming into week 7, he was 4th in the Big Three in field goal percentage.
There's Cat on the post. One of his better game. Cat got the foul.
I saw another.
Oh, Cat, this is the official. I've seen a lot.
Yep.
I've been a part of the league for a long time, so have you. I don't know if I've ever seen a player kiss an official.
No, I've never seen that one. I wonder in other leagues what they call a technical foul.
I don't know what you can do about that. I don't know. I really don't know if you can call a T on that.
Wow.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, here we go. One time.
You just never know what you're going to see in the big three.
No. Pat is playing today.
I saw another Houston Rocket walking into the arena, Vernon Maxwell.
Oh, Mad Max.
Mad Max. Saw Dawn Staley, another legend.
Yup.
Not a women's basketball legend, but a basketball legend. Global icon.
Cat with the foul. It's a third team foul for Powers. You got to make sure you keep track of that. Here's Powell, and that'll be send us right to break. All right, Avery, you've seen a lot. Have you seen players kissing officials? Here you go.
Yeah, I've been married 32 years. I had to go home and give my wife a big kiss. I don't know. This is amazing. Wow. He didn't even wipe it off, the referee. He left it on.
Our ball. No, you just hit your foul shot.
It don't matter to me. Yo, right here, hey. 3 stops right here.
Go run cat. Run post Nitty up. Don't run cat. Run fuck to get away from him. We kill him.
There's
Switch. By that time, everybody come see cat. Set him out the game.
Give it to me on the elbow, set him a back screen, and you go your reverse. Either way, attack him. That's where we want to go.
If you post up Nitty, they're going to end up taking him out again.
There are times that is a higher priority.
I was bringing him in to give you a blow. But I need, Glenn, that same energy, please. Great job. We got to score.
Fans showing out here in Charlotte. Big Killer 3 showing out. 38-27, week 7 of the Big Three. We were just listening to the huddle with Nancy Lieberman, and all calm. What we need to do. Who are we going to attack? They're down by 11 right now, and they got to start chipping away.
Yeah, and I think Nancy was just specifically saying, hey, Glenn, get it going. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, he has 8 points right now. Cat is back on the bench. He tried to give him a little bit of a spark.
There's Glenn Rice. Junior gets to the lane, goes up, and one. Talented scorer.
Yeah, you're talking about persistence off the dribble with the back end. I'm glad we don't have a 3-second back end rule. But look at it. From above the basket, he's got deep into the paint in the restricted area. That most of the time means bad news, especially against a smaller defender.
Also, you heard in the huddle with Nancy, whether I think it was Katina Mobley, 3 stops. They kept saying, get 3 stops. So if they can get 3 stops in a row and string together some buckets, they can get back into this game. Session.
I think you got Green open for a 3.
He's going for the 4. Deep. All right, here's what we got remaining today. Enemies, Three's Company. Three's Company could be eliminated if they lose. Tri-State and Bivouac playing for their Big Three livelihoods.
Yeah, Michael Beasley been a sensational scorer for Three's Company this year, leading the league coming into week 7 with 124 points.
Tough turnover right there, especially when you're on the comeback. There's White getting downhill. That's going to be a foul.
And if you're a Power, one of the things you want to do is try to get killer threes in foul trouble.
There is strategy to being down 10, and usually it coincides with getting to the bonus. 6 fouls, you shoot the foul shot, you make it, you get the ball back.
And Scout, when you played in the Big Three, I knew when they wanted to get in the bonus, they would just feed you the ball, correct?
Yeah, well, and the referees will look at me side-eye. They're not giving me any calls. Come on. You know, you hear all these guys yelling. They're not afraid of me. I'm not intimidating them. TJ Klein for 3. Yes, that's a big shot.
Big shot. I love how much love you got last week in Boston. Oh, man, it was just amazing. It's fun to watch.
That's like a normal Tuesday for me. Right here, Sessions. Oh, attacking downhill. Counters. Kicks it back to Powell. Short. Oh, they're going to say no.
Oh, you're going to call that on Sessions?
Sessions went down hard.
I think he was... Yeah, look at the speed from Sessions. Wow. Nice pass, and I think the refs saw that he climbed over Glenn Rice Jr.'s shoulder to try to retrieve that ball.
And that's 5 fouls on killer threes.
Yes.
One more foul, and all of a sudden now, Power's in the bonus, and they try to get into that bonus in the second half. Keel Mitchell goes up, throws it down strong. Nice pass.
And the one thing when you're killer threes and you're trying to protect the lead, don't turn the ball over, and try to avoid silly fouls.
No question. Your Session up top. Accelerates, spins. Back to Powell. He's behind the 3. 6 on the clock. Sessions looking for a foul. Does not get it.
You don't want to shoot air balls.
Here they come. Power never gives up. Only down by 4.
And at what point does Oakley utilize that last timeout?
If they don't get a bucket here. Green. Step back. Oh, foul. This has got to be a bring the fire. You got to do it. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Nancy says you're going to have to earn this one.
Yep. Smart move. They didn't have a bring the fire. Right?
No, they did. Because you get 1 per half. There's Glenn Rice. Shot goes up and just lands in his airspace. There's some. Oh. Did they already use it? Avery?
That's what I thought, but.
When did they use it? Was it just.
Yeah, they used it already, right?
Oh, with TJ.
Yeah, early
That's
in the
right.
game.
That's right.
That's what I was saying.
That's right. You were right. I thought that was the first half. No more bring the fire. I really thought that was the first half.
Yeah.
Dante Green, always delivering. They need a bucket. That's where they go.
And had he missed that, that would have been a violation on Power on the line anyway. He would have received another shot.
Ooh, they gave the points the wrong way. They got to fix that. 42. Oh, it's right on the scoreboard. Oh, nice finish by Glenn Rice Jr. So 38-42. Glenn Rice Jr. recognizing they're not going to foul me if I go to the basket. Oh, Glenn Rice with the steal. Elevates.
And a foul.
And a foul. Oh, a silly, silly foul.
And I think Coach Oakley's got to call a timeout, and he's got to get Dominique Johnson back in the game. Wow, good steal rip. This Queen City, not the Steel City.
All right, so Power got back into this game with the N1. So here's the situation. They're going to the line to shoot 1. If they make it, they'll get the ball back. And it's tough because a lot of times when you're in this situation and you're killer threes, you lose your aggressiveness because you don't want to foul, but then you end up giving up a lot of points, which puts a ton of pressure on your offense.
And this game is played basically what we thought coming into the game. It didn't look like it early, but we said this game was going to be arguably our best game of the day.
Yeah, so here, reminders. Here's what happened today. Triplets, trilogy, 2 wins, really cementing themselves into the playoffs here. Right now we have Power versus Killer 3's, really trying to get that 5-2 record. And coming up, enemies 4-2, still battling to go to the playoffs against 3's Company, Bivouac Tri-State, and remember, 2 of the 8 teams will not advance next week to Detroit.
You're advancing to Detroit next week?
I work every week. I work every week.
No elimination for the scab?
If they had someone to do sideline, they'd have me doing the ball boy stuff. One way or another, I'm here working.
I got you.
Big free throw for Glenn Rice Jr., trying to cut this lead to 1. Long rim, gets it back.
That's why when you're on the free throw line, somebody has to box out the free throw shoot.
And Rice.
Different type of energy from Power.
Oh, yeah. Long floater. Wow. That's a 17-foot floater. He's the pro scorer. He's a professional scorer.
It's like an old Gary Payton.
You had that in your game.
Not that far. I don't know about that.
All right, Dominique Johnson, you're right. Charles Oakley gets him back into the game. Looking for some scoring. 4 on the clock. Dominique Johnson. Oh, kisses it. They're calling it a 2. Put on the line. Wow. Big shot. 44-42.
And if you remember in that last Killer 3's timeout, Franklin Sessions and Coach Oakley was very animated, trying to fire up their team. And we talked about getting Johnson back into the game.
Screen. Glenn Rice. They got the matchup that they want. He's calling his number. Hezzy. Body floater again. Yes. So smooth.
Tough 2s. We'll see where Killer 3's can continue to get their offense from. This is the matchup they want right here.
Johnson, Hezzy, gets downhill,
Nice
kicks it out, big shot, Dante Green, in and out, rebound, Green goes up strong. No, rebound Powell.
Oh!
No, that's just not goaltending. They can
That's
review it. I know they're going to review it, but I'm telling you right now, that ball was outside the cylinder.
This review should take 10 seconds. Let's see, Scab.
Ball's up.
And...
Oh, I take it back. I take it back. Hey, I'm not perfect. Good call. Yeah, good call. That ball's in the cylinder. I didn't see it clip the front rim when it rolled off. You've seen a lot of misses. But right here, when it clips the front rim, it slows down right there. Foul goes up. That's going to be a goaltend. Yeah. So this is not challenge. The refs just want to make sure they get it right. Because this is not Power calling a challenge.
If we were playing in Europe, this would be a bucket.
Yeah.
The ball on the floor is confirmed. We have basket interference, power ball, 4 we set on the clock. Thank you. Power ball.
So no basket. Tied up, 44 apiece.
That's a
and Glenn Rice, 16 points, 8 in each half, and he's the man of the hour so far. Can he close this thing out, Avery?
Yeah, and you remember early in the game, he and Royce White got into it and had, going at each other. And Nancy Lieberman, we talked about in that last time out, challenging Glenn Rice. Let's go. We need you to be Glenn Rice Jr. Lead us.
There's Dante Green taking on the matchup. Oh, TJ, backdoor.
That was a set play.
Yeah. That's a risky pass right now when you have the hot hand. That's got to be there. So here, that power play where TJ slips out.
They were trying to bait the defense in the Glenn Rice, isolating in the middle of the floor. He should have just gotten closer.
Oh, so Nancy's gonna call timeout. You know she's gonna draw. Lady Magic's gonna draw something up. I'm telling you right now.
Boy, this would be a gut-wrenching loss for the Killer Threes.
Especially when they had that big lead. Oh, so this would be, oh, they're challenging the out of bounds. Did TJ touch it? Oh man, it's going quick here. So if TJ didn't touch it, you're basically giving.
Yeah, it looked like he went off of TJ's right finger.
It has to be conclusive.
Yeah.
But if this, like I said, this is a risky challenge from the standpoint. You know, Nancy's always got plays up her sleeve.
Successful power ball coming in on the baseline.
Oh, successful challenge by Power.
No challenges left.
Power ball with 8 seconds left.
Powerball, 8 seconds left.
Unsuccessful challenge. Yeah.
So they love this TJ out of the corner slipping to the basket play.
They tried to get him over the top.
TJ down low. Oh, misses the layup. Oh, late call. TJ grabs his ankle. I think she stepped on a cheerleader.
Yeah. You were right, Scal. They were trying to get TJ on a little bit of a slip there over the top.
Ooh, that's a good bring to fire if TJ can't go. Can't move.
I wonder, did he step on the cheerleader's left foot?
I don't know, because when he landed, it was landing on the court. But that ankle's got to get right quick.
Yeah.
Now understand, they're still in the bonus, so TJ gets his bucket, they get the ball back. It's a huge bring to fire.
Oh,
he sure did.
Oh, that's the worst time to step out.
Yeah, you can't step backwards.
You can't step backwards. That, you know what? When I was coaching for my 10-plus years with 2 different NBA teams in college, one of the worst turnovers that I talk to my team consistently about is stepping on the sideline when you before you attempt a 3.
Green, kicks it out. Johnson, rebound Powell. Green, spin move, up, no. Cleared, Rice, Akil Mitchell. Floater, no.
Gonna try to draw a foul if you power the situation.
Dominic Johnson. Downhill, up, no good. He'll get 1 for 2.
Yeah, that shot that Mitchell took, he's just got to get that downhill. He doesn't have the floater game like Glenn Rice Jr.
Yeah, especially with being in the bonus, you want to get to that free throw line. Dominic Johnson going for the 2-point lead.
1 for 2.
You notice Franklin Sessions is still on the sideline. He's still on the bench. Is it more of a defensive situation where, you know, Coach Oakley wants to try to stay big here?
Ooh, Dominic Johnson
Not a good
with the
foul.
No, not at all.
At all.
And what they're trying to do is not switch off of Dante Green, when you end up having Glenn Rice Jr. with Dominic Johnson on him. So by doing that, you end up getting the foul. It's a big free throw for TJ.
I would rather switch in that situation and figure out where you want to provide the help off of Mitchell.
They're going to try to do the same thing. Glenn Rice Jr., it's your ball. And they're going to try to go into that high screen and roll and try to get Dante Green off of his body.
Yep. And depending on where the screen is set, if it's low, you got to fight over. If it's high, you can get under.
Glenn Rice, Akil Mitchell down low. He's going with the power game. 4 on the clock. Oh, elbow, that hurts.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about, Scal. You shouldn't be afraid to switch with Glenn Rice. Make them find Mitchell. Force Glenn Rice to be a passer.
48, 46 to 4 for the win. Oh my goodness. This 4 is for the win. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. There's the foul.
Too much space. Defense, Green out of position. When you're out of position, you bring refereeing into it.
So that's where the 4 comes into play late in games. You have to guard.
You have to guard. Yep.
So this is a free 4 for the win.
For the win. Have we ever seen this?
No, I've never seen this at any game. I've been to thousands of games. This will be a first. Glenn Rice.
Wow.
For the win. No. Now, Killer 3's. They have a chance to win this game. A bucket wins it.
They can win it with a bucket anywhere on the floor.
Johnson.
Too much space.
4. Elevate.
Too much space.
We wonder why put in Dominic Johnson and Zach Sessions. We have the answer.
Defense, rebounding. He put Royce White to sleep with his little hesitation. That's his move, the little step back left. Killer 3's went. Here it is. Here it is. He put him to sleep. That inch of space right there. And look at the reaction, man. You talk about some passion and determination. Put me in the game, Coach. That's what he was telling Coach O.
Man, big shot, Dominic Johnson. And big win for the Killer 3's. Take a look. 5-2 Killer 3's. Triplets. Trilogy. Things are starting to shape out. And what an absolute huge win for Killer 3's to figure it out. You see Power right there drops down to 4-3. Power fought hard, got back into this game. Too little, too late. Killer 3's with huge plays from Powell, Green, and Dominic Johnson for the win.